Yep. It's gonna make a left turn here at the intersection of Barton Springs and Congress Avenue.
We're here with JC Christopher.
Hey, what's up everybody? How are y'all?
Designer creator on X. Got 1 million views last night. Broke his X app.
And my phone.
It's got a flashing yellow. Now it's time to go.
There we go. Perfect.
And it's got another left.
Did a great unprotected left.
Then we will be on our way. I have a residential destination set up, so it's not anybody I know. So there we go.
There she is. All right, I'll get around on the other
We
side.
got paint on the other side. We got paint right
Yes,
here.
I was wondering if that was paint or a badge. So it is paint. Okay.
Well, as a sticker.
Yeah, but not as for a second I thought it might be a badge. Hello.
Hello. Fasten your seatbelts.
This. All right. And there we go.
And then we got to do start ride. You can do it either in the app or you can do it right here. Boom.
Arrive in 13 minutes. And here we go. And we got a little windshield wiping going on.
Little
autonomously.
Windshield cleaning.
Yep. That's right. I should say cleaning. It's just wiping. So that one actually has a purpose to it.
So we are turning right here.
And similar setup as each of the other Robotaxis I've been in. You can see both the green and the orange dot, which the orange dot is for the auditory emergency vehicles, sirens, and it is on all the time. So that's one thing I've noticed is when I'm trying to think about what's different between the FSD we're experiencing in Robotaxi versus the one we experience on 1329, I see that orange dot very, very occasionally. And I'm assuming gathering data. This one is on the entire time. So it is clearly, you know, set up now for emergency vehicles, sirens, anything that's auditory. The green dot, that's usually for us.
That's usually for driver monitoring, and
right.
There is no driver.
There's no driver, as you can see there. It's on standard mode, so if you don't know, full self-driving for Tesla has 3 modes. I like to call it 3 personalities. You've got chill, which essentially, you know, it's kind of a mundane style of driving, stays to the right lane all the time. You know, kind of like your granny on a Sunday afternoon just going out for a joyride. Standard, which is standard, chooses the middle lane. Will get around people every once in a while, but doesn't try to be too aggressive. And then there's hurry mode, like you were supposed to be there 15 minutes ago. And it makes a beeline towards that left lane on the highway. Well, we're not going on the highway obviously yet, but and so it appears that every single Robotaxi ride that I've been in, every one of them has been on standard mode. So that's just an interesting tidbit there.
I think generally standard's a nice middle ground.
It is, I agree. It's not too mundane for the hurry driver, but it's also not too crazy for the chill driver. It's actually, yeah, pretty perfect. And Yeah, the other big observation I'll make is, man, Austin and your roads. Come on, City Council.
So I do have a comment to make here. So people are saying, why does Tesla have safety operators in these cars? And these same people were saying they're not safe enough yet to go on Austin roads. See, you can't have it both ways,
right.
people.
Right. Well, I mean, Waymo had it for 10 years. So, I mean, it's prudent. So, you know, Bradford, this is the way I look at it. If Tesla has safety operators, folks in the passenger seat from a safety perspective, somebody's going to say, oh, see, they've got safety operators. If they didn't have them, they'd be like, look at how negligent Tesla is. They're going out there on day one without safety personnel. Look, it's Tesla. Guys, just calm down, relax. This comes with the territory of doing things Tesla. They've been a lightning rod. No matter, this is a no-win situation if you're trying to argue with folks that, you know, let's just say they have ulterior motive. So I don't even worry about that, Bradford. I believe Tesla is doing the absolute right thing. They should roll this out exactly the same way that other autonomous rideshare companies have done in the past. They're doing it exactly the same way. I guess that's one.
It's just going to be faster.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to have safety operators for 10 years, and probably not even a full year.
That's right. I think that my personal opinion, and I know there's a lot of folks in the community who may flip this. I'm less concerned about the safety operator aspect of it. I kind of actually, I like the fact that Tesla is going with safety first. So I would rather Tesla, this is just me, I would rather them focus on expanding the geofence. I think that's going to be the first thing that they do, especially now that we're I'm not even going to say it.
3 days in?
3 days in, and, you know, I'm not going to say the words, but you know what I was going to say. They're leaning towards they're going to be able to expand this geofence pretty quick. Do that, expand the geofence, and then secondly, expand the amount of folks that have access, right? So right now it's, you know, it's a fairly small group within the early access group, right? It's, you know, folks like yourself, Omar, sorry, and, you know, and granted, I know they expanded it a little bit more, but quite frankly, I think they need to expand this tremendously more. What I want is I want these things to be going. Go. I'm a Marine. I'm a Marine veteran, 8 years in. You do not, you know, slow, like, okay, we made it up that hill. Let's sit here and relax for 3 days. No, you made it up the hill. Now let's not die and get over to that next hill.
Tempo.
And just keep going. Tempo. You got to stay
Bounding.
on. Ulysses S. Grant, when he took Vicksburg, did they sit there and congratulate themselves? No, they moved on to Chattanooga. And when they took Chattanooga, did they relax? No, they went to the wilderness. You go. And you're just not going to be able to do that with 25, 30, you know, early access guys. You know, unless I'm just a lot more gung-ho than Elon and other people at Tesla are. Maybe I am.
There's a Waymo.
Yeah, there it is. There's a Waymo. Yeah, I pretty much have seen Waymo. Like, I've seen at least one Waymo on every Robotaxi ride that I've done. I mean, they're around. And I will tell you, Bradford, I have been impressed with them. I like Waymo. I like the fact that they're out here. You know, ultimately,
they're getting after it.
They're getting after it. I think they're part of the solution. My thing that, and you know, what I always say, I try to tell people, I'm not trying to crap on Waymo. I just don't know how they're going to scale.
Right.
The way that Tesla can scale. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to, you know, talk really bad about somebody that's trying to push forward autonomous technology and save lives. That's never going to be me. I just don't believe, in my own personal opinion, that they've chosen the right path for scaling. Because, you know, we need millions upon, like The Rock would say, millions upon millions of these things. all over the place.
I think Waymo needs to choose another path, and it's a fork in the road.
Yep.
And Elon has shown a better path. Waymo's own paper has shown that
that's
Tesla,
right. I think Waymo
like
agrees
scaling
with you.
and data.
Yeah,
is the way
Waymo
to
actually.
go.
Wow. Wow.
It didn't like something there on the
And well, and it did. I have to look at the video. I think that was that an obstruction, and we'll figure that out later on, because there was definitely something there. I just, by the time that it did it, I didn't get a view of it.
Yeah.
There was some sort of obstruction there. Maybe one of those recycling containers was a little further out in the road than it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you hit it on the head. Two things. You like, Waymo agrees with you, number one, in their own paper. But yeah, I think two things. It's the way they're going about it. Like I think we're proving here that vision only is the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, the scaling part of it, right? Because the technology is not going to necessarily be the end all be all with scaling. Scaling is going to be about the fact that we're riding in a $40,000 vehicle that's completely owned by Tesla versus a $150,000 vehicle that has 4 companies taking a cut. In fact, I stole that from you, I think, Bradford. Didn't you? I was watching you on a show, on one of the several shows you're on, and you said every time somebody takes a Waymo, 4 companies.
That wasn't me, but
okay. Well, then I stole it, and now you can steal it too.
Yeah, so you have the LiDAR company,
Luminar,
getting a huge chunk.
Obviously, Google, Jaguar,
well, Google
and
owns
Uber.
Google owns Waymo.
Oh, well, that's
but you got Uber taking a cut. You got
Uber,
Jaguar taking a cut as well.
Luminar.
Yeah.
And So.
And there's a 4th in there somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. Whereas this $4.20 that you just paid to Tesla, 100% of it goes to Tesla.
Yeah, and it's going to be more. Tesla's going to charge more. They just want to charge something so that they want to test out the payments. They don't want to discourage people from testing it out. As it says, arriving in 2 minutes. Yeah. So they want people to test it and not make cost prohibitive right now.
Yeah, I think what the approach...
Because Uber charges like $2 a mile, and you've been driving Uber, and you get maybe $1 a mile, or
Bradford. So let me table set for you. $2 a mile is non-surge, nothing going on, and not a highly traveled, like that's like the baseline. I will tell you, these rides that we're doing here in Austin, Texas, in these particular areas of Austin at surge times, these would, I mean, I'm telling you, this might be a $20 ride if we just went on Uber and did this same ride. This could be a $20, and I will tell you, on certain time frames, you try to do like a ride at Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, it could be north of that. So this $4.20, yeah, obviously it's, kind of what do you call it, mimic a little bit. It's a meme, but make no mistake about it too. I think Elon and Tesla AI are basically
there's a Model Y in this parking lot.
Oh wow. Yeah, well that's the other thing too. The Waymo, you can see that damn thing from San Marcos, right? Whereas the only way you can tell this is a Robotaxi is 2 things. Well, 3 things. They've got Robotaxi stenciled on the side. There's no driver, and then there's this handsome fella up here as a passenger. Other than that, that's it. That's all. Nothing else you can tell about a. They're going to be like, are we expecting guests?
So we're at our spot. We're at a random person's house. He's JC. He's on X. We're going to put JC's Twitter handle in the description. I'm Bradford Ferguson with Rebellionaire, and it's been good talking with you. Bye for now.
Awesome.